Hi Emma, how are you?
Hi. Well, I guess not so well.
Okay, so share with me what did you do this weekend?
Um, so this weekend, that's actually why I'm here. I had a huge fight with my dad, and it was very frustrating.
Frustrating?
Yeah, um, it's so hard to talk to him lately, and by lately I mean the past 2 years of our lives. It's been increasingly hard to communicate in general, anything.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that um, now it's very difficult for you to speak to him, but this has only been happening for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was your relationship previous to those 2 years?
Um, I mean, he has always had like this temper, like he gets angry very easily, but then before he would not oppose to talk about the things that made him angry, but I think as the topics were increasingly, I don't know, I guess upsetting to him, then he just stopped.
For example, what kind of topics?
Like, well, like I'm very open about feelings, and I like to talk about, like, um, how do I say this? Like, I guess like thought provoking or things that are critical and I think they matter a lot. For example, when we discuss gender, when we discuss sex education, um, things like that, or sexuality in general, like he gets very upset. I think he gets very uncomfortable and he just stands up and leaves.
But you said that when, like, before these 2 years, it was easier to talk to him about these kind of things?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say easier, but he was open to,
To talk about them.
yeah, like he would always get like a bit upset, but at least he would say it. You know what I mean? But then after a certain point, he just like stopped, and he would just get out and leave and stay angry for 2 weeks. Like you could not talk to him.
Okay. So, do you know when this like changed?
Um. Well, I'm not sure what triggered it. Um. I think it might have been like a combination of gradual changes in our family, like with my mom, my brother, and I, like myself. Like, I think we became more independent from him.
Okay. So let's go back 2 years ago. How was your relationship with your father, apart from these discussions you had about these topics? How was everything else?
Um, I mean, I think we had a better relationship in the sense that we shared more quality time together. Um, I sometimes would even like share my personal stuff with him, but I just stopped because he was too judgmental. I was like, I'm not gonna tell him this stuff if he's just gonna judge me for it. So yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like we talked a lot more. Like we almost don't talk anymore.
Okay. So the fight you had this weekend, what happened? How did you feel?
So the fight was about Pride Month and what the actual Pride parade. Because, like, because of previous years, I had not told him that I was gonna be at the parade this Saturday that just passed, and so the Saturday morning I was like, "Hey, mom, so like I'm leaving. I'll see you later." And she suggested that my dad should take me to the bus station so I could take the bus and go there. But he didn't know where he was taking me. So he was just like, okay, let's go. And then we hop on the car. Then as we start driving, he was like, so where are you going? And I was like, I'm going to this park. He was like, well, that's kind of dangerous. And I was like, yeah, but like there's going to be an event. There's going to be a lot of people. So he started digging into it until I tell him like, okay, it's the Pride. And he just got silent and turned off the radio, and he just like at one point he parked the car and he was like why are you going there? What's wrong? And so I just told him my reasons, and he was like very judgmental, very critical, and he was like visibly upset about it, and he started sort of like raising his voice tone until I had to tell him like, okay, like I'm done with this. I'm done explaining. Obviously, don't care to understand, so I'm just gonna get out of the car and leave. And yeah, until I came back, he was very, very angry. He tried approaching me again about it, and I just didn't listen anymore. Like I felt hurt,
Mhm.
like things he said. Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, as you said, you felt hurt. What else did you feel? Because it feels like you might have been a little bit angry with him because he's not, or resentful because he's not understanding what you're trying to explain to him.
Yeah, definitely I was angry with him. Well, I am angry with him. Because I think it really is unfair for him. Like, he knows no one who is from the LGBT community, but that's exactly why he's so homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know, it frustrates me a lot. Like, it makes me, I think, very sad too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So you said unfair. Unfair. How is it unfair for him?
Well, unfair for him, I think mostly because he just doesn't get to, how do I say this, like, I'm not trying to like force him to get involved in my stuff, like he's free to do whatever the fuck he wants. It's more that this is such an integral and important part of my life, and he's completely deciding to dismiss that and be like, this is wrong, but without even listening to why it's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, I mean, I just feel like there's no way that we can communicate anymore.
So how's the relationship right now with your mother and your brother? Because they are also a part of the family. So how are they supporting? Are they like, how are they managing everything?
Well, my mom, from one point on, just stopped caring about my dad's reactions. And my brother, he doesn't really say anything at the moment, but then in one-on-one talks, he has told me that he finds it very upsetting that he behaves like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he finds it even childish, and that's coming from like a 17-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so most of all the problems right now are with your father.
Right.
Okay, so how are you feeling right now?
About him?
About him.
Well, I'm very angry, I'm very upset, I'm very frustrated, and at the same time I just want to not care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really wish I didn't give a fuck
Mm-hmm.
about what he thinks or feels. But it does affect me directly because at one point we're gonna have to have the talk,
Mm-hmm.
for him, not for me, about my own sexual orientation. And I already know he's not gonna be happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'm not afraid. I'm just bracing myself to be more and more hurt by him.
Okay, so do you feel prepared to talk to him about that?
Personally, yes. Like, I don't mind taking on the weight of whatever reaction he might have, but I'm worried about him taking those feelings out on my mom
Oh, okay.
more than myself. Because their relationship is It's more like they are the ones that communicate. Like my father doesn't really communicate with my brother and I. He just tells everything to my mom, and then my mom tells us.
Okay. So it seems you're having a really hard time right now with your father, and then with the whole family and how it works. So yeah, we should talk about this in further sessions.
Yeah. Thank you. Pedro?
No problem.